Hi everybody, uh, welcome back. I'm making this video first of all for my inner circle, for my Patreons. Possibly it will be posted on YouTube. Maybe you see it on YouTube right now, but uh, don't know how comfortable I am sharing this on public for a big audience. So I hope that my inner circle subscribers will get knowledge, and hopefully I will get more comfortable to share this later. But my Patreons get everything first, and so as my Facebook group members. So that's the reason, guys, to have this subscription. So today's topic is, why so many Ukrainian women are really considering and desiring to, meet a foreigner and get married. We have enough of men in Ukraine, even though despite of all the stats, we have men, and there are also a lot of other men, other nationalities in Europe and places like Turkey, and they love our women. The mentalities are very different, so it's a challenge. And today I'm going to share something from my very own experience with you guys that I just want you to know. One of the main reasons why Ukrainian women, Russian women considering um, foreign men, especially Western men. So when I was in Turkey, our one of our last nights over there, I've decided to go out. It was go out right at the hotel. We were having fun. There was music. We were dancing. Having some cocktails. Just really really great music. And I was surrounded by different people at the bar. There were different nationalities: English, Turkish, Russian, Ukrainian. It was a mix. It was great variety of people and accents and all of that. And I speak a little Turkish. Some of you might not know, but I got into a wonderful conversation with one family, and it was a young family, relatively young, like in their, I think the wife was in her late 20s and he was in his early 30s. They had a beautiful little girl, and it was really fun because the wife and myself, we just got into just a little bit of conversation. It was very pleasant, very lovely couple. Um, and the husband has his brother with him, and there were other men in the bar. Since we are, I hope I won't share this video with many more people, but there was full bar of men, and I was getting a lot of attention, and cocktails and roses, and they like women who are vibrant. They like women who are fun, who can dance, and I was just enjoying it, without thinking too much of it. It's a vacation. Of course, you're gonna get attention, especially if you look nice, you dressed, so it was all good. Uh, I've been there before, so I know how things are. And once again, it was a very mixed crowd of people, so all nationalities basically. Not all, but several different people, right? The Western, the Middle Eastern, the Ukrainian. So it was very interesting to people watch, and it was kind of fun to have some free time, dance and talk. So everything was great, and I had so much fun. And then the couple was the baby and mom and dad. They were I'm sorry guys, trying to find a good position. So they were kind of heading out to bed. I said goodbye. I was very friendly. I'm very appropriate when it comes to married couples. I was told this etiquette. You should always focus on the wife if you're a woman, and talk to the wife, especially in Middle East. So, but actually in any situation, there is an etiquette of, if you're talking to a couple, the lady should be focusing more on the wife. If you're a guy, you should be focusing more on a guy. It doesn't have to be hardcore. You don't, you pretend you didn't see her husband, or you pretend you didn't see his wife, but it's just a common etiquette. So everything was, we had so much fun, it was pleasure. Then they disappeared, and then after a while, the husband comes back. He comes back, and he came out as a very, good mannered person, very respectful. Before they had to leave, I enjoyed their company, all of them. And then the husband and his brother come back, and some more people come back, and we just sitting there enjoying the evening. And after a while, this husband started to making me very inappropriate offers. His wife was just there in that very hotel, sleeping with a baby, and he basically was making extremely inappropriate offers, and he was trying to um, looks like he really had a big hope that something will happen between us, and I was just so disappointed, and my jaw dropped. I know that when people go on vacations, sometimes they, dance with somebody, or drink, or maybe even have sex with somebody, which is, up to everyone's moral standard. But at least their wife isn't right there across the corner in the same hotel room. So for me, it was just such an insight of, how inappropriate things could be. And, these people appeared, very educated, very, kind of from a high society. It was a very expensive place, you know, um, and I was just thinking about this double standard, how people show up and who they really are. I had a lot of thoughts in my head, but the ones that killed me the most is how, the morality of it. Because, once again, somehow I feel that doing something like that, when your wife is literally two steps away from you, that she's right there, across the corner, or at the corner, or whatever, next door. So they basically, both of them were making, different suggestions, and it was kind of joking, but they would not give up. um it was just very educational experience. Of course, I wouldn't have thoughts like that, whether I'm in a relationship with somebody, whether I'm single, whether I'm whatever. I would never disrespect myself to the point that I would go and even just go out. I'm not even talking about going to some hotel rooms. Even if I'm staying in that very hotel, I would never even consider, dancing, or going for a walk with somebody who has a wife and she's right there. And even if she's not right there, but especially that, it just shocked me. So, guys, to make a long story short, I just want to tell you one of the main reasons why Ukrainian women want to have a guy who is reliable, with Western mentality, because with all the rules and laws and everything, smart guys, respectable guys would never risk their reputation, their marriage, their relationship over having a quick sex with somebody. I do know that it happens too in US and in England and in France or whatever, but in countries, or I'm sorry, in countries like, Russia, Ukraine, and Middle East, it's just such a double standard. People have those things in their mind. I think, once again, in the Western culture, through generations, men knew what kind of risks they would take doing that, and it sort of formed their character to not risk their life, their marriage, their stability, um, and just having the respect for their partner. Even, we all human beings. Sometimes you see somebody, and you have your instincts. I know men are more, of course, sexually driven, but just having the respect, uh, that's a big thing. And this is one of the reasons why, once again, Slavic women considering seriously, uh, relationships was boring, quote unquote, Western men who would never do this, who had conservative kinds of families, and who would never do such a thing, who would never consider cheating on their wife in any circumstances, but especially when she's right around the corner. And they were very insisting, and I was just observing. I'll share more, but I just want to tell you it was a shocking experience. I've seen a lot of things. I lived there, but I've never seen. You know, usually when somebody's with their wife, they behave differently as if they would be by themselves. So to me, that was first experience, and I want to tell you guys, some of you maybe not the most, you know, you are maybe not in the best physical shape. Maybe you don't have the biggest muscles. Maybe you're not the most handsome guy in the room. Maybe you're not the richest guy in the room. But if you're faithful and respectful, you have great chances with winning heart of Ukrainian lady. If you can take care of her, if you can reassure her, if you can be her rock, you are on the right path, and they're going to be somebody who will appreciate you for not disrespecting them and not making them worry, for the for the sense of confidence and security and protection. So thank you for being you, and I'm very happy to share this. So we appreciate faithful men who are loyal. Thank you. I will see you soon, and thank you for being my subscribers and my Patreon members.